There we go. Is everybody ready? Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin evening stream. Hope you're doing well. Unfortunately, it's not Dodge Daddy time just yet. I was thinking, is it Dodge Daddy time? Are we pumping enough? Are we pumping enough to play Dodge Daddy? Now this is Pixel. We're gonna talk about Pixel in a while. But where is Bitcoin up here? And you know, it's close, but it's not quite there yet. I mean, I'm gonna show you right now. You can see up here, you know, getting rejected by the 50 moving average on daily time frame. We only came up to the on the dollar to the 10 moving average. So you know, there is definitely bear hopium in the in the air. So we're gonna check that out if that, you know, works out or not. But Ethereum is actually doing better than Bitcoin. Ethereum is up 2.22%. ETH BTC chart, our famous, you know, chart up here. Right now it's curving a little bit overside, but still going towards the upside. You know, it's not yet broken towards the upside up here. You know, our favorite falling wedge that we've been watching for a while right now. As you can see up here, is doing well. So, you know, today I thought we'd talk about Bitcoin a little bit. Talk about whether retail, definitely not here. Yeah, I thought we were gonna talk about retail as well, because I made a video yesterday on Cardano, and it actually performed very, very well. Like, you know, usually I get like 300-400, you know, people watching my videos right now. So I'm just waiting for retail to get here so my, you know, videos can pump and my subscriber numbers can pump. But today I got like 30. How many subscribers did I get today? Let me check that over here. I got something like, you know, some crazy number. I mean, it's crazy number for me, but you know, it's not crazy for everybody else. But I got 39 new subscribers today on one video. It's Cardano video, and it did 3.3k you know, views. Now it's not a lot of views. I mean, 3.3k is normal in the bull market, at least for my channel, but it's more than usual. And I was thinking, you know, whether the retail is here or did I actually make a good video for once? And you know, my theory is that, you know, the reason people are watching the video is because it's actually a good video. I watched it myself a couple of times, and it's actually a really good video. So if you haven't checked it out, guys, if you haven't checked it out, if you go to my, you know, YouTube page, where is it? Over here, videos, Cardano fractal chart, you won't believe it says 3.1, but it's 3.3k views, but you can see up here like 300, 100 views, 300, 200 views, and this video did like 3000 views. So it's actually a good video. Like, it is really, really good. And that's why the title of the video today is, you think you have time? Bitcoin, there is no time. There is no time. And we're gonna talk about it, whether there is time left or not time left, you know, to get into the market right now, whether, you know, whether we are at the point where we are about to explode or not. And I'm gonna show you the Cardano chart over here that we actually looked at in that video over here, and what I expect from Cardano, and where do I expect, you know, that, you know, big move to come eventually. And I mean, we are not, you know, we are not exploding just yet, but what we are right now is right over here, you know, in the part where we are about to explode, but you know, we are not quite there just yet. But you know, there is no time, guys, there is no time. And you know, for each day, I keep looking at this chart over here, Bitcoin halving clock. I keep looking at this chart, not this chart, but this clock. 52 days, 21 hours, 55 minutes until halving, guys. I don't think, you know, not so long ago we are looking at this clock, and it was, you know, 100 days left, and right now it's half of that, you know, so we had already halving in the days. 52 days left. That's, you know, less than 2 months. Less than 2 months we are getting the halving, and people are still thinking, hoping that we are gonna get some kind of bearish move down towards downside over here, right? And people are still very much, you know, this is gonna, you know, pull back, then we're gonna buy the dip, and then we're gonna go towards the upside. And I'm a little bit, you know, I'm not, what are you gonna say, I'm not really proponent, you know, if it goes down, I still have some money left to buy, guys. I still have some money. It's not much, but I still have some money left to buy. And even tonight I will be buying certain things, so we're gonna check that out. But are we gonna get a pullback, you know, 30-40% pullback like we did, for example, over here, you know, or over here during Corona dump, or over here, you know, and you know, this pullback, that's what people have been conditioned to believe, that, you know, for whatever reason, the price will pull back pullback like big time over here, right? So over here we had, I don't know how much this is over here. This is 34% pullback. This one is down here, you know, 33% pullback. But I gotta tell you guys, assume that we are right now somewhere over here where we go towards the upside. Even the pullback up here will just bring you back where we are right now, right? So if it's so if the price starts pumping and it pulls back where we are right now, right? Something like that, right? Give or take. So over here on the chart, if we pump from these levels over here, right? If we pump and you get the 30-40% pullback, you only get back to the same level that we are at right now, right? The only way, the good stuff that might happen, that we get, you know, for whatever reason 30-40% pullback down here, you know, that might actually get you below these, you know, these highs over here, and you know, that might be, you know, nice dip to buy. But you know, I think that's, you know, bare hoping right now. The thing that we can actually go down here, it's really hard to believe, and the reason for that is very simple, is because the trend line is your friend, and the trend line, at least the way I see it, goes something like this over here. So even this pullback down here only gives you something like, you know, maybe 43k or something like that, if it does happen, right? So you get these highs over here, you know, that's the pullback up here, that's the support level. Because if we break this over here, then we are breaking the structure of the market up here. Technically, you know, I don't want to get into the discussion of what is a structure of the market or not, but the trend is gonna break. The trend is not gonna break, because right now we are in this very speedy trend, and if this is some kind of parabolic move towards the upside, it should not break. So we're gonna talk about that. How's everybody doing in chat? The beauty in installing a new hard drive. Be ready to troubleshoot if something goes wrong. If you need any help with installing the hard drive, just ask, man. I've been around. Retail definitely not here. I don't think retail's here just yet, so you know, I think we have time. Ron has been in chat, you know, a couple of times up here, so you know, the good guys are here around. Guys, if you've noticed, you cannot talk in the chat, but that's because our evening streams are members only streams. During the Bitcoin dailies, you know, early in the morning, you can actually chat and, you know, stuff like that. But if you want to be a, you know, support the channel, be a green name, join the TEA Fans Club. It's not TLA, it's TEA Fans Club. Technical Analysis Fans Club. If you like the charts and stuff like that, do join our community. It's called the TEA Fans Club. We got our own Telegram channel where we, you know, make fun and jokes. It's very mature community. There is not a lot of people there, but you know, it's very nice to be. On the other hand, if you don't want to do that, you just want to, you know, be in a place where it's gonna be very nice. We got a public TEA Fans Club community on Telegram as well. There's not a lot of people there, but during the bull market, you know, a couple of thousand people will definitely get in there. It's gonna get very wild. So it's nice place to stay. So we got a, you know, private community, the TEA Fans Club, the originals, the blue balls, the guy who bought the 15k dip, the 20k dip, the guy who have been down here when I was, you know, yelling, this is the time, and then the bull market starts, because everybody think over here the bull market starts and stuff like that. Nah, the bull market starts on the capitulation. You have a capitulation. This is where the bull market starts, and the reason for that is because you have this, you know, phase up here. The first phase of any kind of bull market is the accumulation phase. So nobody knows. Everybody's still in very much fear that it's gonna drop down. But you know, we knew, the blue balls knew that, you know, we are in the accumulation zone. We should accumulate. And we did. And then after that, we went towards upside, which is very nice. So that out of the way, what is happening with Bitcoin, and you know, why didn't we play Dodge Daddy today? So I'm gonna show you up here. First of all, the pump is very nice, guys. The pump is very nice. There was a falling expanding musical instrument on the chart. We're gonna go to 1 hourly time frame over here to see that. So over here in this last part up here towards the bottoms over here, we had this expanding musical instrument that went something like this up here, and this actually broke towards upside slowly up here, curved towards right, and right now popped up here towards the resistance level. Over here, this on 1 hourly time frame, this is 200 moving average, and right now we are pumping towards that 200 moving average. We still haven't broken the 200 moving average, so that's not very nice. On the other hand, I'm going to show you actually what is nice on this chart up here when you look at it. So assuming this is expanding musical instrument towards downside, this curvature up here, I don't know if you notice this is how, you know, I analyze the chart. This is actually a very bearish curvature. Oftentimes you will see some kind of, you know, big dump, and the price will start climbing, but it will start curving towards the right side, right? It will start curving towards the right side. This is actually a very bearish pattern. Enough times you fall down and then you try to do some kind of move towards the upside, you know, something like this, and then you continue down below the previous support levels, and then you dump towards the downside, right? So this curvature up here oftentimes does this move and then tries to go towards the upside. This is in any kind of bearish scenario, but you know, this over here, the fact that it's curving instead of breaking up here and just exploding, the fact that it's curving shows that there is a lot of bearishness, means there is a lot of people shorting the price. So I was expecting over here during this curvature that actually pull back. That didn't happen, and the bullish part of this chart over here is that we actually managed to do the curvature and then explode towards the upside. So even though we are not breaking the 200 moving average on the 1 hourly time frame, or even on the 50 moving average right now, on the 4 hourly time frame we just came there, we tried to break it up here, but we are still below the 50 moving average. And if you look at on daily, we tapped that, it wasn't actually on the dollar, not on this chart over here. On some other chart it might have been on the dollar up here, give or take. Over here on Bybit it was on the dollar actually. It was on the dollar. We actually hit that on the dollar. You can see up here. Even on the daily time frame, we are not above the moving average up here towards the upside. So there is definitely, you know, bearish stuff that we can look at on the chart, how this actually plays. Every new TA Fans Club member gets to pick a coin for 2. Maybe even 2 coins until the new... Yeah, guys, if you join the TF Fans Club, you get to pick your coin. You get to pick your coin. That's like, you know, welcoming gift that we had in the previous bull market. So, you know, you join the stream, you pick a coin, and I look at the coin. Yeah, you get that too. You get the green name, you get the emojis, you get to pick a coin, you get a Telegram chat. Like, how much stuff can you get for $6? So... 4 hourly up here, you can see up here hitting the 50 moving average, the daily up here hitting the 10 moving average, but there is definitely bearishness on the chart. Now, I'm gonna tell you, because the daily time frame, this candle over here, this green candle is not closed just yet, and we still have something like, you know, 2 hours and 44 minutes left for this candle to close. So we're gonna see whether we manage to actually close up here towards upside. But there is a major level of support or resistance right now that we need to break, and that is 51.690. 51.7, let's say 51.7, because it's very easy to remember. This is the major level that we need to close above if we want this, you know, right now to just continue going towards the upside. So over here you can see up here major support level 51.7, that's over here. Then we actually managed to first time bullish engulfing candle, managed, you know, we went down, create this support level, bullish engulfing candle, went down higher up here, bullish engulfing candle. So we had 2 bullish engulfing candles, and this time up here, this actually managed to pull every single time. We managed to pull higher and higher. Yes, on this move up here we broke towards downside, but we only breaking again into these, you know, support levels down here right now, 50.5 levels. And this is, you know, first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, 5 times you pulled into the same levels of support, and you're trying to break that support level. Now, the way I see it, if we break the 50.5 support level, do you know how many people are gonna go crazy and buy every single goddamn dip that you can get their hands on? If you've been living on some you know, other planet and have not noticed what's going around in the markets right now with the ETFs. By the way, if the music is too loud, you gotta tell me, because I don't know. If you have not noticed what's happening with ETFs, they are buying every single dip. They are buying every single Bitcoin they can get their hands on. And you think for some reason we're gonna go down over here, you know, that doesn't matter how much, and you get to buy that dip right before the halving, right before we go to, you know, 90K. That's kind of too much hopium the way I see it. That's just way too much hopium. But the thing that I actually want to see before we play Dodge Daddy on the channel is I want to see this move up here above 51.7, preferably on the daily. If the daily time frame right now, if this daily time frame manages to do a bullish engulfing candle above the 10 moving average, above the support level over here, or is technically resistance level over here at 51.7. If this candle somehow manages to do this move up here before the close, we're gonna be exceptionally bullish, guys, exceptionally bullish on the move towards the upside. And you can also see here that we are right now just retesting that level. Now everybody is bearish, you gotta understand, guys, because this is, you know, basic TA. Very, very basic TA. You got a line over here somewhere, right? It goes something like this. The line is not broken. Everybody is looking at this retest over here and they just thinking, yeah, we already broke, you know, over here we already broke that. This was a retest. This over here as a second retest. It's only a matter of time before, you know, go back down here to support level and break this towards down here. I keep telling you over and over again, we are not in the bear market, we are in the bull market. In the bull market, bearish patterns, they do break towards the upside. In the bull market, every single support level holds like a champ. In the bull market, it's whole different ballpark. So the thing that, you know, after a, you know, prolonged bear market, and it is prolonged bear market, after any kind of bear market, people, you know, suffer from, somebody said in the chat very nicely, post bear market PTSD, but PBSTD, because, you know, post bear traumatic syndrome or something like that, right? PTSD. You know, the thing that, you know, people in war often experience, or people that goes through, you know, very, you know, big hardship, they suffer from PTSD. Right now, a lot of people that went through the bear market are suffering from the same thing. Now, how does this, you know, how does this display on the chart? Well, every time we go up, they believe it's gonna go down because they just cannot believe that, you know, for whatever reason, we are bullish. Right? So every single pump, they think we're gonna go down. And sometimes they're a little bit right over here, like the, you know, these pumps, but, you know, it just gets down to the support levels and bounces up here again. Every single time. So they're suffering from post-traumatic bear syndrome, where they think that, you know, every single pump is a scam pump, every single pump is a fake pump, and it's gonna go down, it's gonna go down, it's gonna go down. Especially over here when they think, you know, we're gonna break these, you know, major support levels. Over here in the channel toward it's gonna go down. Over here, like, it's gonna go down. Over here right now, they're again saying it's gonna go down. So every single time they think it's gonna go down because they've been through this over here. They've been hurt so much. They lost all faith in crypto and in markets in general. Everything is manipulated. Everything is, you know, they're gonna crash the markets right now. So they cannot believe it, right? They cannot believe it. But what I'm here to tell you is that you gotta look at it a little bit differently. In the bullish markets, every single support level bounces, right? Every single support level bounces. It really doesn't matter. Like every single support level bounces. Yeah, over here you got support level. Over here, can't come to that any bounce. Every single support level. Over here it was a little bit, you know, more violent moves because it was very early. But right now you don't even get to get, you know, over here to get a 20% move down. From these levels over here, right? 20% move downs over here. That's something all the way down to, you know, 35k. We couldn't do that. We had to first pump up here towards 49k to do a 20% pullback towards downside. We had to pump just to pull back. You understand? You understand how bullish, stupidly bullish we are? And right now, people still believe that, you know, this bearish thing that's happening on the chart right now is gonna, for whatever reason, pull back over here towards downside, break the support level, pull back over here, break the support level, and then dump towards downside. And then, you know, Capo is gonna be right. By the way, we gotta look at that. Capo is gonna be right, Save is gonna be right. All of these bears are gonna be right. And I gotta tell you guys, do not be bearish in the bull market. It is a really, really bad thing to do. Just look at a support level and assume it's gonna hold. Because there is more probability it's gonna hold than it's not. And in technical analysis, everything comes back down to the probability. What kind of probability do we have for that, for this and that? So, what we're gonna see here is one of the most bullish signals that you can get in crypto right now. This is Capo, Il Capo of crypto. The guy's been bearish since 15k, talking about 10k. You know, nobody likes this guy. I don't feel sorry for him because, you know, I would feel sorry for him or have some kind of compassion for him if he said, you know, at one point that, you know, I was wrong, you know, we are definitely in a bull market, you know, make sure that, you know, take care of your money, listen to somebody else as well. But no, he's always so right. And he's gonna get a lot of people wrecked. But the bullish signal comes from when he posted this. And this is posted, you know, February 23rd. So yesterday, he posted this yesterday. I've taken profits on all altcoins positions. I'm totally out of the market now. Guys, Capo is out of the market. He believes this is the next thing. Now, I'm not saying this cannot happen. Guys, you gotta understand. I'm not saying, you know, because we are just dealing with probabilities in technical analysis. I think there is more probability towards upside and towards downside. And the reason for that is because everybody wants to buy cheap. Reason for that is that so far in this rally is nothing like we've seen in the previous rally. It resembles more the 2014 rally where we went parabolically towards the upside. It resembles up here. Where is it? Up here. It resembles this move towards the upside a lot more, especially the bottom part. This move a lot more than it resembles, you know, that it resembles this bear market over here and this move towards the upside. The 2014, and the reason for that, you know, I don't know if it's simple, but you know, even back here, back when Bitcoin was 15K, down here, I've been talking about how this, you know, this bear market, especially this, you know, accumulation zone, resembles this. Let me do this on logarithmic chart because it's easier to see. We are not drawing any lines, so that's fine. Guys, don't draw lines on a logarithmic chart. It resembles really nicely this part over here. This part over here. We want to go into that why that is the case, but you know, we have been comparing this bear market to the 2014 bear market, and right now this move that's happening towards upside up here, it does resembles more a parabolic move towards upside where we keep on holding the trend and increasing the trend towards upside up here. So we are doing this move up here. We are not doing some, you know, 2020 you know, bull market move or anything like that, or even 2012 bull market, right? So this looks like more or less like parabolic move towards the upside. Now the reason I don't think we're gonna get these kind of, you know, dips towards downside, you know, big dips over here or whatever, even dip down here or dip down here. The reason for that is because entire part up here from the January to right now, we have been actually climbing. Not actually steadily slow climbing towards upside. We've been climbing what I call explosive moves. So over here we got an explosive move. Over here we have an explosive move. Over here we have an explosive move. Over here we have an explosive move and then climb towards upside up here. Over here there is another explosive move up here towards upside. So we are climbing in explosive moves towards upside. And the reason these explosive moves are very important is because you don't want people to buy in. Because if they buy, then you have to pull back. But if they did not buy, if every single time over here, just before explosive move, you think it's gonna drop down, you think it's gonna drop down, you think it's gonna drop down, you think it's gonna drop, you think it's gonna drop down, and every single explosive move came exactly on the dollar when we are about to drop down, and we didn't drop down, and every explosive move came there. What happens then? Nobody gets the chance to buy because they are in fear. We are at the bottom of something, support is looking weak. We think that's gonna break down and then we explode. And the fact that we explode, nobody gets to buy. So nobody bought this move up here. Nobody bought this move. Nobody bought this move. Nobody bought this move up here. Then they were in fear. Then they didn't want to buy this move. They wanted to, you know, start, you know, buying up here. But then we pulled back and they thought it's gonna go down. Then we had this move up here. Nobody bought this move. So right now we are at 52K and people think we're gonna drop down because, you know, we're going sideways up here for a couple of days. And, you know, this looks like bearish up here is holding support or whatever, right? It's gonna drop down. It's gonna drop down. There is a line up here. There is a line now. It's gonna drop down. It's very close right now. We're going back to 30K because it happened in 2021. And I'm here to tell you right now. I'm here to tell you right now that the next move, the way I see it, it does not have to be that way, guys. It does not have to be that way. It's this move up here. It's that move. Because nobody's gonna buy that move. Nobody's gonna buy it because everybody's again waiting for the goddamn, you know, drop down to, you know, 40Ks. Can that not happen? Of course it cannot. It doesn't have to happen. We could drop down, and I'm gonna buy the dip. And I know a lot of other people are gonna buy the dip. And we are before the halving, and the dip is gonna be bought very fast. So regardless of whether we go down or not, the bull market is not done just yet. Not financial advice. You do you, I do me. You do your money, I'll do my money. Like always. But the bull market is just starting, guys. The bull market is very close to halving, to pumping towards out. That's why this video is you know, titled, You Don't Have Time. There is no time. And yesterday when I did the Cardano video, let's watch Cardano over here. Yesterday when I did Cardano video, I actually understood this very, you know, nicely. Let's go to the daily time frame up here, and you'll see right now over here. Basically, what if you watch the Cardano video, you'll see the previous bear market, there was a line over here, it went something like this up here. And as soon as we broke that, we exploded towards upside, right? This move happened, like, you know, 16, 15, 16x towards upside from the breakout, not from the lows, from the breakout. And right now we have the same thing on Cardano up here. And you can see it's kind of the same kind of thing, right? It's kind of the same thing. You know, you have this, you know, these bottoms up here where you go all the way towards the resistance levels. Can you see the resistance levels up here? Let me move the chart a little bit up here. Resistance levels, right? You go from the bottom to the resistance level, you pull back 30-40%. You remember I was telling you like how much down is gonna fall down. Bitcoin didn't drop down. When altcoins pumped, the first move towards the upside up here, right? Over here, when altcoins pumped, the first move from the bottom, September, October, all the way towards the upside, 5x, 3x, 2x, some did 10x, you know, some did only like 50%, but you know, when everything pumped towards the upside, and we had this pullback over here, guys, this pullback was something like 30% on Cardano. There was 30-40% on everything. You know, Bitcoin didn't dump down 30-40%, but altcoins already pulled back down, right? We already had this pullback down, and I said, like, guys, you know, this is, you already have 30-40%. Like, what are we waiting for, right? And right now you can see over here, right now it's pulling back to the same resistance level, pulling back to the same resistance level, zigzag up here. But as soon as we break towards the upside up here, I don't know when that's gonna happen. But this is just Cardano, yeah, and it goes very well in hand with a lot of other altcoins as well. But once it starts breaking, it's pretty much over. It's either you are in the market or you are out of the market like Capo. Because when it goes fast. Price always goes faster towards upside than towards downside. Towards downside, you can bleed forever. Slow move, slow bleeds. This logarithmic chart, by the way. Slow move, slow bleeds, you know, fast up here. Bleeds forever, ever. And then it just goes, you know, it goes very fast. You can see up here, it went very fast towards the upside. This goes very fast. The big moves goes very fast, and it go like 20-30%. You don't have time. The only way you can get back into the market by that point is by FOMOing in, by buying the green candles that goes like 30-40-50% towards the upside, and then looking it go back down like 20-30%. You getting fear. You getting like, you know, bitten by the FUD. Suddenly some FUD comes out and you're like, oh my god, I just bought this, you know, fake pump. I'm selling. You sell the 30% move down, and then it pops another 50% after you sell. The best thing to do is to be in the market before the pump. But we don't have time. And the reason we don't have time is because I think right now we are getting very close to that point where Bitcoin goes very speedy towards the upside. Not Bitcoin, altcoins. We can also look at the ETH BTC chart, and this over here is the thing that we've been looking for you know, for ages right now. And right now we are looking for this breakout. But as soon as this breakout happens, guys, as soon as Ethereum breaks out of this falling wedge, as soon as Cardano starts breaking that line that, you know, slightly tilts towards the upside, it goes, and it goes very fast. It goes very fast. Wait, is duration from the top to the bottom more or less the same as duration from the bottom to now on Cardano or Bitcoin? I don't know. I haven't actually checked that out. Let me look at that. So from the bottom towards the top up here, let's say this is the bottom. This is 221 days. Let's say over here we started up here. This is 470 days. So we've been actually going a lot, you know, more towards upside. Let's go over here all the way towards the bottom. Let's 415 days down, 450 days towards the upside. It's the same. It's pretty much the same. 450 days down, 450 days towards the upside. But people are still, you know, suffering from, you know, post-traumatic bear syndrome. So there is that. May I contest your point that nobody bought? After the bear, only real crypto bros are here. These tend to buy earlier and try to front run the pump. So most of the current participants have bought. That might be the case. That might be the case. But they bought the pumps. And they sold the bottoms, right? So the way I see it, when I say nobody bought, there's definitely people buying. I mean, crypto bros are definitely just a thought experiment. No, you're pretty much right? By this point, everybody who's crypto, if you haven't bought, you're probably watching Savvy or Cap or something like that. You don't know how to read the charts. The pump is not bought. They buy the tops and then they sell the bottoms. Because they get into the fear. But all I'm saying that these bottoms are not being, you know, they are afraid to buy the bottoms. They are afraid to buy the fear because it's gonna drop down, right? Over here it was slightly tilting towards upside. People are thinking, so they were afraid to buy this move because they were expecting a crash down, so they're afraid, and right now it went up there, so they're buying up here. Then it pulled back over here, but they are afraid to buy the bottoms. They don't believe strongly enough to buy the bottoms. So when the big pump happens, they have to buy these parts over here. So either you hodl through the pain period and then get back at the top eventually, or you sell the bottoms because you're in fear. But the thing is, they are not buying the bottoms, they are buying the tops. They're buying the tops. Now you are very much correct. Like crypto bros, I mean, if you've been here for so long, you probably have bought eventually, right? But when I'm saying, take it lightly, when I say nobody bought, I mean like a lot of people that did not buy. You know, retail definitely didn't buy, I can tell you so much. Retail definitely didn't buy. So I don't think we have time, guys. I don't think we have time. Let's pop our halving events indicator up here. So this is the previous halving. Let's go to another chart up here. Let's go to the weekly time frame up here. Halving. Let's go to logarithmic chart because it's easier to see. And the next halving, guys, the next halving, March, April. You see that you don't have time. Now, are we gonna get the Corona dump down here? I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna get Corona dump. And the reason for that is because Corona dump, even though it was a black swan event, I kinda, you know, was expecting the dump. And anybody, you know, somebody knows something, somebody's gonna expect something. But right now, I look at the world, I look what's happening, and I don't see anything that can, you know, be regarded as the black swan event. Not just yet, right? So, you know, there might come stuff in time that might be regarding, you know, and dump the market, like black swan events, stuff like that. But the thing that I'm following and the thing that I'm looking at, like, there is nothing right now that is telling me that for whatever reason we're just gonna do the Corona dump down to, you know, 16K, where everybody besides crypto bulls gets to buy the dip and then, you know, do the move towards the upside. So there is nothing to tell me that it is. So the only thing that I'm looking right now at is that this over here is going to go parabolically towards the upside up here, right? It's going to increase in speed up here towards the upside. I don't know how much, and we're going to, you know, talk about that. But, you know, we've been looking at this is 85K level, but if you not look at it on like a logarithmic chart, it's around, you know, 90K or something like that. It's 80, maybe give or take. Maybe this line up here should go down here, and then you get a little bit higher number than that, you know, something like 94K, but it should go over here, and this should go up there. There we go. And, you know, depends when I hit the target up here, maybe something up here in, you know, late December 2024, it's around 90K. Now, you might not think that this is enough. And, you know, if for Bitcoin it's not enough. I mean, for Bitcoin, this is, you know, something like, you know, another 100% towards upside, give or take, maybe explodes a little bit more than that, you know, goes, you know, 103 or something like that. We have, by the way, guys, we are not this bearish. I mean, we have targets at, you know, 120 and 150K as well. So, you know, there is probability to hit those targets eventually. But right now, you know, the first target is eventually, you know, first, you know, this stops up here at 69K and then, you know, 90K. But when Bitcoin starts going toward, you know, towards all-time high, and this part over here, you do understand that the altcoin season is gonna keep kicking really, really hard, and, you know, everything is gonna go like ballistic towards the upside. So maybe Bitcoin does only from the all-time high towards the top, something like 50%. But, you know, altcoins are gonna do like 10, 20, 50%, stuff like that, right? Immortal is back in the chat. How you doing, man? Can you please check SIA coin? My entry price was SIA coin. Tether. Ooh, look at a pullback, man. Ooh, look at a pullback. I hope you didn't buy the top up here. Did you buy the top? Did you buy over here? 014. No, I didn't. Okay, 0. What's that? Wait, let's do like this. And let's put this on long position, and let's put his coordinates 0.0145. Okay, you bought over here, probably over here, or over here on the dip. I don't know where you bought, but you bought somewhere over here. Let's see up here. So we're gonna check. Is average. Oh, you averaged on the coin. That's nice. That's very nice. So it is out of the it is out of the accumulation zone. So CET coin is definitely 100% out of the accumulation zone out here, below these levels towards downside. Now I'm gonna tell you what actually looks extremely bullish, as long as you can keep this green candle up here. This is on the monthly time frame, so you still have 5 days left. You see these big huge wicks on the upside, big wick on the upside, no wick down, a small wick down, big wick up, big wick up, small wick down. These are actually very, very bullish candles towards the upside. Believe it or not, they are extremely bullish candles, and as long as you don't go into some kind of red territory below these, this support level over here, that's at, what's that at? That's at 0.009 or something like that. As long as you don't go below that, I would assume, and close in some kind of red candle up here, I would assume this is actually very, very good. Now you will get these kind of big dumps towards downside on a lot of altcoins. This is a 50% dump. But over here you had something like 44% dump. So these dumps are a lot bigger than what Bitcoin does, right? Over here from the bottom towards the top was 24% dump, right? But there are these big dumps, and this is very 28% dump on, and this is even before it's out of the accumulation zone. This is accumulation zone is just starting to get out. But you get these big dumps. Unfortunately, when you pump something like, how much did you pump over here from these bottoms up here? Unfortunately, you pump 172%. You can expect something like 50% pump, especially on altcoins, and especially on altcoins that are not that high on the list. So there you go. But is this trying actually to break this towards upside? So let's try to make nice lines over here. I mean, I think it might be trying. I'm a little bit unsure. Let's go to the bigger time frames up here. Where are the resistance levels? So it haven't broken the resistance level up here, up there as well. So these first major resistance levels up here. But this is right now getting broken. So it's breaking this one resistance level, but it's not broken just yet. And then you get a couple of resistance level at the top before the all-time high. I mean, there are not a lot of big time frame resistance level up here. You can see up here it comes to 0.23 and pulls back, but will this go a lot more than that? How much is it from the bottom right now? 8x, 8 give or take 8x. This over here is 10x from the bottom up here. How high this can actually go, I do not know, but I don't see right now that any reason why we should be bearish on any kind of candle that actually pulls back 50% over here. You also see right now that the trend is still intact and the trend is still not broken, which is actually very, very nice. Over here it actually managed to break towards upside, right now pulling back big time towards downside, but the trend over here is still intact. It's still holding the support levels. So it's still all good, and the retail is not here, which is actually very, very nice. So there is that. So I don't know much about the CET coin. I don't know what it does, but it is in this right now. It is pumping. Unfortunately, you have these big dumps towards downside, but it's still doing this zigzag move up here, and the momentum up here is climbing towards upside up here on the weekly time frame up here again. Slowly maybe trying to break down, but I haven't broken down up here below 60 levels, so it is in strong uptrend up here. Sure, it was a big dump, but you can expect big dumps on some coins. The bull market is not over just yet. It looks nice. I always get back to these monthly time frames up here. You can see how nicely over here it closed above the 10-20 moving average and start closing. But I'm telling you, like, can it close up here below downside and do whatever the move? I mean, technically it can, but just seeing these candles with big upper wicks and low shadows on the bottom side, this is actually very bullish. It's actually very bullish. Unfortunately, you don't have averages up here somewhere, right? Up here somewhere, so you gotta go through the pain period eventually. So there is that. I don't know. It looks fine to me. So Bitcoin up here again. Needs to break this. Let's do another chart up here. Let's do this one up here. So Bitcoin again needs to, what are these lines? Needs to get above the 50 moving average up here, right? That's the 50 moving average on the 1 hour rate. That's the 200 moving average, exactly same place on the daily time frames. A little bit above that, right up here. And then you have this this bottom down here, which is a very important resistance level. So all of these levels up here create a little box on the downside over here. This is the box right now, and we need to get above this box over here, guys. We need to get above this box. Unfortunately, we are not above the box just yet. So even though I wanted to play Dodge Daddy today and, you know, say that everything is good and dandy, and I think everything is good and dandy, I don't think we are quite there just yet. I don't think we are quite there just yet. So I want to see some kind of breakout up here towards the upside. I want to see us close above the daily box, above the box on the daily time frame. If you look at the daily time frame up here, I want to see you know, us close on the daily time frame above the blue box. Once that's done, I mean, this is gonna go, guys. This is gonna go. Now, is there a probability this breaks again towards downside? Definitely it is. I might be wrong. It happened before. It happened before, it could happen again, so, you know, we don't want to talk about that. But, you know, why be bearish just before the halving? Why be bearish and think that, you know, stuff is going to go down? Appreciate it, mate. Your TI insane as always. Any chance to check out Jasmine? My average price 0.0016. Jasmine! Do you know what my relationship with Jasmine is? My relationship with Jasmine is that in previous bull market, out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere, everybody started talking about Jasmine. And I wanted to check out Jasmine, like what is this thing over here? What is Jasmine? So I go to their webpage and it's Japanese. And I was like, Japanese? Like there is no English translation. So you gotta buy a coin, Japanese coin, and you cannot even read English translation of whatever that thing is. So I thought this was very, very funny. I thought it was very, very funny. But it did pump big time towards the upside. Now, let's go to monthly time frame of right now over here. It's coming to some kind of resistance level. It did pump a lot though. It is at resistance. Lol. Batch watches, how you do, man? Guys, batch watches. If you need a watch, Batch watch is your guy. It came to the resistance level, so it did, you know, this thing pumped right now, you know, 4x. This thing pumped 4x, so I'm expecting some kind of pullback on consolidation before it goes again. You know, this thing pumped 4x. This is a 4x, 300% is a 4x move towards the upside. So anytime something does 4x moves, you gotta know that, you know, it might, just might, maybe a little bit pull back. You know, it's normal. You know, pullbacks are normal, it do happen. And over here, that's resistance level. But it's out of the accumulation zone. So down here, I would say, ever since it capitulated over here towards downside, I would say anything over here below, that's, you know, accumulation zone. And right now, it's out of the accumulation zone. And this is the first move out of the accumulation zone up here, right? There was also this very nice trend line over here that we broke out of. You can see up here, broke out, retested that, and right now it's going, right? So the first move out of this downtrending accumulation is out, and then it went into this zigzag pattern up here, and the box, and right now it's out of the box as well. So this is already going, that's why it's pumping like crazy right now, and it's doing this consolidation up here. So this already dumped actually pretty much 35% towards downside, and right now it's consolidating up here. I would be looking at the weekly time frames a little. I mean, this thing is extended like you know what. Let's check out this, how this actually look on the daily time frame over here. And I will be looking at the daily time frame in these moving averages. Anything above, you know, as long as it holds the 10 and 20 moving average zigzags up here, it has a chance to go. Now you gotta understand, again, I'm telling you again, the retail is not here. The big money from the retail is not here yet. We are just in the very, very starts. So stuff will eventually pump. Stuff will eventually pump. Can it drop down? Again, not financial advice. You do your money, I'll do my money. But eventually, everything pumps, guys. Everything pumps. Especially, imagine this. Jasmine comes, does, you know, 4x and dumps down while Bitcoin goes to 90K. What kind of world do we live in? You know? But it hits in like this 0.018 major level of resistance, which is a major level of resistance. Let me see the weekly time frame up here. Yeah, those levels up here. This bottom up here is getting broken as well, so it is very, very nice. It's got a couple of more levels of resistance towards the upside, but you know, up here, this one also might be big, 0.035. So next move, if it eventually breaks 0.18, might go to 0.35 or something like that. If you look at a weekly time frame up here. That's another, you know, 100% towards the upside, I would say. All the way up here, the weekly, there we got the box 35 to 36 up here, and that's from wherever you are right now. That's like 100% towards the upside, because this was 4x, so this is 100% towards the upside. You just see it on the chart, so it looks nice. It looks very, very nice, guys. Again, I'm looking for this move towards the upside. I'm looking to, you know, if you want me to play Dodge Daddy live on stream, this needs to happen. We need to pump above the resistance level. So we're gonna cut the stream short. You know what to do with the, you know, blue balls. If you want to join the TF fans club, hit the, you know, like button and you know, join the TF fans club. If you want to join our, you know, public Telegram chat, there is a link for that as well. It's nice to be in a place where, you know, people are, you know, very bullish and enthusiastic about their coins. Beside that, hope you had a nice stream. I'll see you when something bullish happens. And since we didn't have a lot of, you know, videos today and stuff like that, so I thought we should do a Bitcoin evening stream. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I appreciate everybody. And for everybody else, you know, I'll see you around. Where is my outro? Enjoy the day, guys.